Okay, today we're making a video about Vivaldi D minor, the third piece in Suzuki Book 4. Vivaldi was a Baroque era composer. He was known as the Red Priest. He had red hair and he was a priest. Vivaldi spent most of his career working in a girls' orphanage, preparing music, preparing the girls, teaching them how to play instruments, doing concerts to raise money. Some people feel that Vivaldi wrote the same concerto 400 times. Other people really like Vivaldi's music a lot. It does have a lot of patterns in it. There's a lot of places where it does a lot of sequences, same thing but starting on a different finger. And some of the ways that he works things from the original melody or motive into the piece on the development section is interesting to look at. Let's see what else about Vivaldi. This is the first three-page piece we've had. It's also, I don't know, I just drew a blank. But it's definitely the first three-page piece that we've had. It does a lot of shifting. It has some treble clef in it. There's going to be a lot of videos on this piece about how to play it because I'm going to break it down into different spots, different sections, and really go into detail about how to work each section, how to learn each section. Because at this point in your playing process, you really want to start honing in on how to practice effectively. The more effective you can practice, the faster you'll learn pieces, the better you'll learn pieces, the less frustration you'll have. And a lot of that's figuring out how do we break it down? How do we, get this, what do we do at this section? What do we do at that section? Different people have different ideas about how to start learning a piece. At this stage in the game, my recommendation to you is A, listen to the piece first. Keep your pulse while you're listening to it. Feel that beat. This piece, most people have a tendency to speed up on and go faster and faster, and the pulse changes from fast to slow throughout it. So it's very important that you do some metronome in this piece from the beginning so that you feel those parts the way it needs to be. We're not going to put a lot on this video. After you listen to it a bunch and get familiar with the piece, then I would suggest taking out your music and listening to it while watching the music go by. A lot of times people will make extra copies of the music, excuse me, so that they can, go through with highlighters. This could be some things you might want to do. You might want to mark every place in third position and, highlight it in pink and highlight all the first position in green. You might want to go through and mark the dynamics. You might want to go through and mark every place that you shift. You might even want to go through and mark every half step. Or you might want to mark every B flat. It is in minor. We're going to do the D minor scale here in a minute. Then after you get, comfortable with that and you've listened to it, you've watched it go by, start noticing which parts do you think are going to be the more challenging parts to learn, which parts are going to be the easier parts. Start marking out where you think more challenging parts are going to be. And we're going to see if we have the same ideas on what's going to be the challenging parts. So the first thing we want to do is D minor. This is in melodic minor. So our D minor scale, we've got one flat. It's the same key signature as F if you're in major. And so our D minor scale is D, E, F, G, A, B natural, C sharp, D. And then when you're descending, D, C natural, B flat, A, G, F, E, D. So on the way up, you raise the 6th scale degree and the 7th scale degree. On the way down, it's the same as the natural minor. It's what's in the key signature. So let's start with that wonderful D major scale. Make sure you can see my fingers here. So we're 1 on the D string. We'll do that one more time. So think about your awesome tone. Think about what your fingers are doing. Think about where the half steps are. Whole step to E. half step to F, that's what gives you the minor sound. Whole step to G. Really try to concentrate on the walk across that finger. If you did fourth finger, whole step to B natural, whole step to C sharp, half step to D, E, half step to F, whole step to G, whole step to A, first finger B, C sharp, D, half step to C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D. I'm using double stops to check intonation. B flat, A, G, F, E, D. So get some familiarity with that scale, get the idea of it in your head, hear what it sounds like. And then we also want to be practicing the shift on the A string specifically from B flat to D, the 1-1 shift. We've done some shifting from B natural to D, third finger, but this one's going to have a lot of B flat to D shifts in it. So that's the next thing you want to be practicing. When I'm in third position, I let my hand touch the bout of the instrument. I don't think that came across. When I'm in third position, I let my hand touch the bout of the instrument. You lighten up so it's almost a harmonic. Make sure your thumb comes up with you and travels with you. Go slow enough that you don't overshoot the shift. So you want to be practicing these as a regular thing. You can do that while you're working on listening to the pieces, going through, marking up your copies of it. And then, like I said, there's going to be several videos, and I'm not sure how many, 5, 6, 8, something like that. But this is going to be the end of our first video. So good luck with the listening and preparing for this piece.